they announced the dates for the Xbox Games Showcase. So it got announced. And it's interesting because they really haven't told us all the games that they're going to be showing at the Xbox Game Showcase. We do know the Outer Worlds 2 is going to have like a direct because it's going to be like one of the games that's going to be coming out the soonest, I guess you could say.
Right.
There's a lot of games I'm super excited about that I'm sure they're going to be showing off. Like, they'll be probably showing off Gears of War E-Day. They'll probably be showing off the new Fable. They'll probably Bethesda might have some things to say about the Oblivion remake. Maybe some people are saying it's going to stealth drop. There's a lot of buzz going around about this Summer Game Showcase. I believe it's June 9th. One of the questions I had for you though is because you're primarily you play a lot of your games on like you like playing on PC,
right?
But you like to use an Xbox controller as well, at least when you're here.
Right.
So how like in tuned are you with like the ins and outs of what's going on over at Xbox? Like with new games coming out, do you kind of have somewhat of a pulse on it, or?
Not really, unfortunately. All I know is like Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege, all the FPS games.
Yeah, have you ever watched one of these Xbox Game Showcases? Because they usually have like 2 a year.
I've never watched one of them.
You definitely should, dude. I think you would enjoy it because they show off such a wide array of different games, and there's like games that are coming out that I know it's going to happen at the Xbox Game Showcase. They're going to show some like world premiere, or they're going to show off games that are getting like a second or third trailer that I've never even heard of, and then I see the trailer and I'm like, okay, that looks really interesting. Then I go on like X and I'm like looking at like their X profile. Then I go to their website and all that stuff. And so I think it's a great way to find not so much like diamonds in the rough, but like finding games that look really compelling, especially when, when you think about it, we are in a time when there's like more games available now more than ever before between Steam and then Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Premium Plus and all these different ways that you can play different games. But sometimes it almost becomes overwhelming when you go on to Xbox Game Pass. It's like, holy shit, dude, there's over 400 games here. You go on to PlayStation Premium Plus, the same kind of thing. You got so many games to choose from. When you have a showcase like this, it kind of puts a spotlight on a select number of games, but some of those games you might have never even heard of or had no idea that they were coming out, or continuations or sequels or whatever. And so the Xbox Game Showcase, I mean, I am most excited to hear news about Gears of War E-Day. Gears of War is one of my favorite games of all time. I cannot wait to see the continuation of this franchise.
Gear 6, right?
It's called Gears of War E-Day. Technically, it's Gear 6, but Gears of War E-Day goes actually back. It's like a prequel before the first game.
Really?
They're going back in time. Yeah.
Cool.
So so they're going back to Emergence Day, which is when the Locust emerged into Sarah, into the world, basically. And so, I think Gears of War E-Day is definitely number one. But there's a lot of games, dude. I'm really excited. I mean, Fable to Doom to, I mean, there's so many different games
what's the new Doom game coming out?
It's called Doom: The Dark Ages.
Dark Ages, that's right.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, I mean, like, I love Doom, but I've never been as big of a fan as some people. Like, I always,
I'm with you on that.
Like, I chose to play Halo over Doom. It was kind of like, oh, there's Master Chief and then there's Doom Slayer. And it's like, so I always liked Master Chief. I have nothing against Doom Slayer. Like, Doom is a great franchise.
Is it just bloodshed? Or wait.
In Doom?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. I mean, you're just killing alien species and stuff, and it's just
demons.
Yeah, you are a complete slaughter machine.
I mean, I like Doom, but at the same time, I don't, because it's just nothing but bloodshed. I'm just like,
yeah, you kind of like the. I mean, there's something to be said about like I'm really glad that games like Doom and Doom the Dark Ages looks like it could be the best Doom they've ever done. But I'm glad that it exists for those people who really like those types of games. Similar to like, you know, the games that you like, you know, Sonic to Lego to all these different, you know,
Mario. Yeah.
It's really important that there's something for everybody. And that's what's awesome about gaming. And so the Xbox Game Showcase. Okay, let me ask you this. If there was one game that you would like to see an announcement for at Xbox Game Showcase, like a game that we have no idea if it's coming or not, whether it's a sequel, a continuation, could be anything, what would you want to see Xbox? And remember, Xbox Game Showcase isn't just for Xbox exclusives. It could be for really anything, but they typically will show a lot of the Xbox games exclusives. But would you want them? I'm guessing you'd want them to show off of Sonic Frontiers too. But what would you want them to show? If you just like dream scenario, you know.
What I know is Nintendo used to make used to own Banjo Kazooie, right? And then Microsoft bought them from Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised to see Banjo Kazooie 3 or something.
Would you want to see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely would like to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, and who knows? Maybe they would do something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's
I'm trying to remember if there's 2 or 3 games of Banjo Kazooie, because there's Banjo.
I think they're on Xbox Game Pass. I can't remember how many.
Banjo Kazooie and then Banjo Tooie.
Is it really
Tooie, like with the TWO and Tooie?
Holy shit, that's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that would yeah, dude, that'd be killer, dude. I would love, yeah, if the more stuff that they're announcing, I mean, it just creates more opportunity for gamers of all different types of different genres and stuff to get involved. And so I'm excited, you know, and Xbox has been doing a great job of, they've really expanded their catalog of games after they bought Activision Blizzard, after they bought Bethesda.
Right.
I mean, they are just, you know, they are taking some aggressive approaches to be the dominant console, even though PlayStation still owns them at this point. Them buying Call of Duty, them buying, you know, Elder Scrolls and all these other games. There is, you know, the competition is absolutely coming.
What I want to be like remade is Guitar Hero, because since Microsoft bought Activision.
That is such untapped potential.
Well, the thing is, they're doing Fortnite Festival, which is basically Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why? Or it's Rock Band, really, because it's the flat notes, not the round notes.
Rock Band and
Rock Band 5 potential.
Oh dude, I've made videos on my channel about that. Yeah, they definitely should do that, because the way I see it is like, you know how this hype with cards like Pokemon, bro, I'm sold out of Pokemon cards in here. Like,
really?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more right now.
And Yu-Gi-Oh cards and all that.
Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah, Magic. What I'm saying though is, if we go back in time, like when I was younger, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh were really popular.
Yeah.
And what happened was Pokemon was the biggest. Pokemon started dipping off, and then Yu-Gi-Oh became really popular. Yu-Gi-Oh starts dipping off, then Magic starts popping off. Right. And then now we've got Pokemon back on the rise. And I'm sure Yu-Gi-Oh will be on the rise again, and then Magic will be on the rise. What I'm saying is, Guitar Hero was so popular back then, right? Rock Band, and they came out like, I mean, I think it was a couple years.
Rock Band came out a little later.
A little later, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, there was a massive audience for it. If you reintroduced it, it could be another wave of being something that's viral again,
right?
Like a viral IP once again. And I just think it's untapped potential. I just do. I think the problem was that they were banging out too many guitar oversaturation.
Yeah, that's the reason why it
died.
Collapsed.
It collapsed. Yeah. So you don't need to do that. You just make one. You could make one Guitar Hero for each console generation, like one for the Xbox Series X, and then when the next Xbox comes out, the Xbox 3 or whatever they call it, then you come out with a new Guitar Hero and a new Rock Band, like updated
Xbox Nebula. I don't know.
Yeah, updated graphics, updated like more songs in the library, like whatever. And the Dance Dance,
Dance Dance Revolution, yeah.
I mean, that's another one, dude. Like,
Well,
bro,
as a home console, because right now Konami is still making their arcade cabinets for Dance Dance Revolution. DDR World is the current one right now.
right. So I just think that that's another, like, I'm not saying it's completely untapped, but it's like you don't really hear tons of people. Like, if you came out with an updated version of DDR,
Right.
dude,
DDR. That was actually PlayStation 2 who released those games.
okay. But
Uh,
I'm just saying an updated version, right,
right.
of that as well.
Huh.
I mean, imagine, dude, with just like the culture that was around it, and like you have a new generation coming in now into gaming and stuff.
Right.
They see this, bro, because I've been even thinking about having something like that. I just have kind of been waiting for, will they make a new one at some point, and that way I can put it in here in one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With updated songs, graphics, all, I mean, whatever,
Yeah.
you know. And they just, it seems like untapped potential, but it'll be really interesting to see what they do with the Xbox Game Showcase. I would love to hear from all of you guys. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comment section down below, and let us know your thoughts.